The speed of light is the speed at which breaking news travels. However, we are not talking about a headline that's gone viral tonight. There is a sensation. Justin Bieber, the pop music industry's on again, off again mystery, went live on Twitch, working out in front of the camera and chasing endorphins with each rep and riff. The entire globe blinked, and the world was stunned. His Instagram was inundated with posts, more than a day's worth of posts, each one more carefully selected than the one before it. After then, it seemed as if the very fabric of reality was being rewritten and the story of Hailey Bieber suddenly appeared. She was scrolling through a handwritten note that was written in looping penmanship about living her dream life. After Selena Gomez was nominated for a Grammy, all of this occurred in the blink of an eye. It is clear that you have not been paying attention if you believe that it is a coincidence. Hidden beneath the surface, there is a change occurring. When Selena is silent, it seems as though every move is a silent response to her silence. For example, the largest pop triangle in the world is playing chess rather than checkers, and the internet is completely captivated by the game. Fans have turned investigators, interpreting every emoji and caption, each silence louder than the previous. It is the beginning of a storm, the kind in which the wind is comprised of whispers and the lightning is all in the eyes. Despite the fact that it was a quiet Friday morning, the world was shocked awake when the news of Selena's nomination was announced. Within minutes, her identity was being reported in every publication, from Elle to Billboard, as if it were a secret that had finally been uncovered. Her song with Blanco was the best dance pop recording of all time. It was not the category, however, that caused the internet to go viral. It was her response she had. There was no big monologue, no photo with a prize, just a single post, some exploding head emojis, a gentle thank you, and then nothing. There are no filters, therefore there is no noise. And in some mysterious way, that was sufficient to set everything ablaze. What a different Selena she is! She has perfected the technique of using silence to create a reverberation that can be heard everywhere. She publishes once and the day is hers, in contrast to everyone else who writes continuously in order to maintain their relevance. When you see her handling this situation with such a calm and collected power, you can't help but think back to the times when the world consistently underestimated her. At this point, she is succeeding by remaining still. Perhaps that is the reason why everyone else is feeling nervous, due to the fact that tranquility of this magnitude is daunting, the kind that would cause other people to become agitated. You are not the only one who is experiencing that transformation. While you are scrolling through the comments, you will find it. At this moment, Selena's energy is different. There is no need for her to seek approval. She is a source of tranquility. According to another, her calm is more effective at shaking people than any drama could ever be. The stillness that she maintains is like a hurricane, and everyone else is just caught in the wind. Just as Selena's article began to gain popularity, Justin started moving in the opposite direction, a live workout feed and 14 postings. Instantaneously, he was everywhere, as if he needed to emphasize to the world that he was still present and in command of the situation. On the other hand, the timing is just right. The world's attention was focused on Selena's quiet victory, and it seemed as though he couldn't bear it. When I watched those clips, the camera was shaking, the music was playing loudly, and sweat was pouring down. It appeared less like someone was partying and more like someone was attempting to rush through their own thoughts. But that's the thing with genuine tranquility. It is not necessary for it to be loud. There is a clear distinction between someone who is anchored and someone who is running. The appearance of Justin this time is that he is jogging. He's trying to persuade everyone, including himself, that he's okay, and he's doing this by chasing after some unseen finish line. However, peace does not require evidence. Selena, on the other hand, remains silent, despite the fact that her name is appearing everywhere. The distinction lies in this. Even when she is silent, she exudes strength. He is erroneously supposing that attention equals healing. The entire world is keeping a close eye on it. There is also Hailey to consider. Whenever she is on cue, her timing is usually questionable. At the precise moment that Selena's name is dominating another headline, Hailey's story gets published. Despite the fact that I am in a dream, this is indeed my life. At first appearance, it appears to be completely harmless. However, this is something that has been seen on the internet before. If someone has to repeatedly reminding you that they are happy, it is likely that they are attempting to convince themselves that they are successful. As I continued to gaze at it, I began to get the impression that it was an unspoken race, not for love or fame, but for peace between the two of us. The tranquility that Selena exudes creates a sound without uttering a single word. In addition, you can practically sense Hailey exerting herself to demonstrate that she is unconcerned. The trend is clear. Every time Selena shines by doing nothing, Hailey answers with a different remark about love or thankfulness. However, public relations are not necessary for peace. Selena simply lives her life. Hailey continues to make efforts to sell it. Whenever Selena's in the spotlight for her elegance, Hailey makes an attempt to demonstrate that she is superior to everything, but it is clear that she is making an effort. There is public awareness. Whenever Selena takes a breath, Hailey goes online and uploads a quote. Rather from fostering confidence, it fosters obsession. In another piece of writing, the author stated, Selena's silence burns louder than Hailey's captions ever could. Indeed, such is the case. A person who is not even participating in the game cannot be a competitor. The narrative is even conveyed by their brands. The phenomenon known as rare beauty reportedly generated more than $400 million, 0 cents in revenue in the previous year. Moment a new launch is released, the shelves at Sephora are completely emptied out. Countdowns for restocks are posted by individuals. It should be treated as an event. The song Road was written by Hailey Bieber. It surpassed $20 million. Nonetheless, it is still a side note. Promising. One movement is known as rare beauty. The road is but a footnote. The brand that Selena has created is an extension of her development, her story, and her genuineness. Even now, Hailey's is still trying to figure out who she is. While it is possible to replicate packaging, tone, and even a vibe, trust is something that cannot be replicated. She has constructed her own. He is still requesting it from Hailey. Beauty that is rare is not only makeup, it is a mass movement. Rare simply seems to be another affluent girl's side project, according to an admirer who wrote in for her. There is a distinction between loyalty and curiosity in this regard. The people who listen to Selena feel connected. In comparison, Hailey's is still there. Authenticity is not something that can be made or borrowed. The one thing that everyone else avoids is Selena's strength, which is the thing that sets her apart from everyone else. There is no sound. While others are trying to attract attention, she is able to vanish into calm. According to reports, she is spending more time at home with Blanco, where she is surrounded by music, family, and photographs that are serene and real. No public relations angle, no rehearsed moments, just two individuals living their lives in peace. And for some reason, that continues to generate headlines. In a business that thrives on chaos, the choice to remain calm is the true source of power. To demonstrate that she is content, Selena does not post. Simply said, she is. This is not an act of peace from her. It is under her protection. Whenever she remains silent, people continue to talk about her more and more. In every conversation, the lady who does not respond to the compliments and who has nothing to prove becomes the focal point of attention, very close to being poetry. Silence is not a sign of weakness, but rather of confidence, as Selena has discovered. There is no need for her to seek approval. Now she is at ease. In a world that advertises every emotion, genuine peace feels like a revolution to those who believe in it. On the other hand, Justin is still looking for the missing person. There is a flicker in his eyes, but you can see it in his broadcasts, in his postings, and in the manner that he smiles. Despite the fact that he is working out, reading comments, and attempting to appear okay, it does not seem to be true. In the past, he expressed his desire to live a life that was uncomplicated. Love, faith, and peace are essential. Now it appears that he is pursuing that desire with more vigor than ever before. On the other hand, the more he runs, the further he disappears. He possesses everything: the woman, the house, the fame, and the money. However, everything seems to be borrowed. It's almost as if he's only appearing to have serenity at this point, rather than genuinely possessing them. This is the difference at this point. Selena keeps her healing a tightly guarded secret. Justin is loud and clear about his difficulties. It's possible that it's guilt. Nostalgia could be the cause. The weight that he is carrying is evident in every stillness, and you can sense the tiredness that he is carrying in his smile. Justin gives off the impression of a man who is still troubled by the version of himself that caused her pain. One of the commenters stated Justin's reflection was reflected in Selena's piece. He had a glimpse of what he may have been. If that is the case, then it must be a difficult mirror to look at. One thing stands out after all of the posts, the stories, and the noise that has been made. For Selena, vengeance and validation were not necessary. She was able to demonstrate her peace. Still looking for Justin is Justin. Hailey is working on her performance. And for some reason, Selena's composure is more audible than the sum of all of their chaos. The girl whom they had doubts about became the baseline. However, it is possible that peace is the most audible kind of retribution. To put it another way, it's possible that the best way to win is to cease playing the game altogether.